The most decorated golfer in the history of the Gustavus men's golf program, Jon Lindquist was a four-time All-Conference, four-time All-Region, and four-time All-America selection from 1988 to 1992.
Well, Jon was a widely talented golfer. Now he's 5'7", so he wasn't going to womp the ball much beyond fella's 6 feet, but he kind of liked to place it in the fairway, and that was one of his assets. He was a very skillful golfer. He didn't have to hit the ball 250 or 260 yards, as at that time your long hitters were hitting the ball. But he would hit it onto the fairway, maybe 240, and then he'd get out his iron that had better be accurate because he demanded it to be accurate, and he'd hit it on the green, and then he'd two-putt and get his putt, or he'd get his birdie.
In his senior season, Lindquist became the first Gustavus golfer to win the NCAA Division III Individual Championship, shooting a course record 66 on the final day and setting a new NCAA record for a 72-hole total of 283, 5 under par. He received the Arnold Palmer Award as the most outstanding player in Division III that same year.
One thing about him, he loved to compete. We have to understand that about Jon. He was a great competitor, whether it was in the national tournament or whether it was in some other tournament. He always played his best. He figured that I am going to do my very best. I'll make a great contribution, and he did. He always made a great contribution. I liked his competitiveness very much. Having been in athletics myself, I recognize the value of competition and being competitive. And he always impressed me with that asset. And no matter where we went, no matter where we played, Jon was going to play at his best, so I never worried about Jon.
Jon never finished lower than second in the MIAC Championships, winning the individual title in both 1990 and 1991. An outstanding student athlete, Lindquist became the first Division III player to ever receive the Ben Hogan Award, which is presented to the nation's top scholar golfer in all divisions of NCAA.
That means that academically he was top drawer, and golf-wise he was top drawer. And he was invited to come to the national tournament of Division I golfers and receive his award. Well, we flew, it was down in the southern state, we flew down, I went with him. And here Jon is, this little guy, 5'7", sitting with all these big guys who are playing Division I golf, but he had just beaten all of them to become the outstanding student golfer in the United States of America. And I'll never forget that. As long as I am associated with golf in any way, I always remember that.
He was also a four-time National Golf Coaches Association All-America Scholar and a two-time COSIDA First-Team Academic All-America selection.
So when I heard that Jon was going to be inducted here into the Hall of Fame, my hat went off to whoever selected him, because I thought he was most worthy of being inducted into the Hall of Fame.